What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Tokyo George, aka Tokyo, one half of your motherfucking duo.
I have Surge,
And with us, Senna.
Maniacs.
All right, y'all. Fnaf 2. Man, it's been 2 years since the first one, and we, basically continue to follow the adventures of Mike, Abby, and Vanessa after they, narrowly escaped death from Vanessa's murderous father, William
Willem
Afton.
Afton.
Yeah, that's right.
So before we go, for remember, this will be a spoiler-filled review.
Yes.
And oh my god, there are spoilers for video games and movies and books actually in this video.
Yeah. So, like I said, this
And
is.
also, one of us is a bigger fan than the other. I think it's obvious.
Oh yeah, as you can see. But yeah,
And horror home. So
yeah. So basically, what I'm saying, like I said, they narrowly escaped death and everything, but also they made friends with the original Five Nights at Freddy gang of
actually,
characters.
they were your friends at the end of the first movie, but they came back for her.
Yeah. So
Well, that'll be we'll explain later.
yeah. So basically, this one is basically about damn, I said basically twice. But yeah, so this starts off with the first victim of William Afton, and we see, first of all, I wasn't a fan. I don't play the game, so I didn't know who that was and everything. But everyone in the theater was like, "Oh my god, that's Charlotte" or whatever like that.
Yeah. Kyoto will go over the details of the actual movie plot. I'll fill in the more specific details.
Yeah. So it was just like, okay, the Charlotte, she was the first victim and everything. You see her whole backstory and stuff, how, you know, none of the parents, and apparently the parents in this town are dicks because they didn't believe a word she was saying. They just said saying, yeah, go tell the adult. I'm like, you're the
For
adults.
Charlotte, we were talking about Charlie.
Yes.
Charlie from FNAF. Yeah.
Wait, is it Charlotte or Charlie?
Charlie. Everyone calls her Charlie in the games.
Okay, well, yeah, but yeah, so basically, this character, no one listens to her. That hey, yo, uh, William Afton, like he kidnapped a boy.
In his like yellow rabbit suit.
Yeah, and she ends up saving the boy, but the cost of it is that she ends up losing her life because William Afton.
Stabbed 3 times in the back. The man. William Afton's
I
a
go
dick, man.
look. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is not for young kids. All right, this
Yeah,
movie.
but also it's like not for. I mean, it's like a hard PG-13 rating.
No, if you are if yeah, well sh- if you're 13 years old, just know that some images might be pretty, what I'm saying, intense for y'all. But like uh yeah, so she basically dies, and now we fast forward,
Well,
we
yeah, and we see her spirit has taken over the animatronic of the
yeah.
marionette.
Yeah, her spirit basically is now inside the puppet that I guess she was. Well, no, no, because they didn't actually show that she died next to it. Like
She died. Her body fell into a hole where the marionette came out of holding her.
yes,
It's really haunting. That was
yeah,
haunting as hell, man.
yeah, basically, yeah, she didn't die next to it, but like basically that was like her avatar of to the real world when the puppet took her down and everything like that. And then apparently they covered it as an accident, which I had some I had some issues with that, but I'll get into that later. But like, and then fast forward, you see basically there are three heroes and how they're trying to basically live their lives. Abby wants to be with her animatronic friends. Um, I said Josh Hutcherson. Mike, played by Josh Hutcherson. He's trying to, help her like cope with, what happened in the first movie and stuff. And the guy basically is like her father figure, like because they don't have no parents.
Well, they
So
died before the first movie happened. So.
yeah, so he's trying to do his best to try to be the man of the house and whatnot. And then you have Vanessa, who she's trying to live a normal life after trying to breaking away from her murderous father and whatnot. Yeah, of course, and we see that as the movie unfolds and whatnot. But I'm gonna start off by saying this, right? Now, I've seen a lot of reviews, and they're pretty terrible. I mean, I know Serge told me that when he saw the reviews are kind of mixed. The ones that I saw were like awful and horrific. You know what I'm saying? But after seeing it, do I think it's a 11%? No, I don't think it's 11%. I don't think it's that bad. But is it less than the first one? Yes, I do think it's an inferior sequel to the first one. I mean, as most sequels are, you know. And the biggest reason is plot holes. I just felt like there were too many things that were glaring to me. The first being, when Charlotte dies and everything like that, all the parents apparently just dismiss her. And I'm just like, nah, like no real parent would do that. Like they would especially since she was trying to look for a boy. She's trying to look for the boy that almost got killed. Somebody's parent would have been like, what where's my son, where's he at, and they would ask questions. And if the girl, if they actually saw the girl that was coming up to everybody saying, yo, her son got kidnapped, and you see the son corroborate that, why would I was just like, why would they just chalk it up as, oh, it might be an accident. I let that pass. But as the movie unfolded and everything like that,
Wait,
like,
as of now, yeah, it has 12% on Rotten Tomato,
yeah,
but
it's not.
88% from fans though.
Yeah, I mean, no, the box office right now
Oh, they made the money back
is clearly getting a third one, so
Oh yeah.
they're clearly profitable. Like I said, I don't think it's a 12%, but it's definitely inferior because, like I said, like there's just plot holes to me. That was one of them where I was just like, okay, you're trying to say it's sweep as an accident, but it's just like, for the reasons that I named, that wouldn't happen. The police would have been called, and well, I'm pretty sure the police came, but that the story of it being an accident wouldn't fly. And then also, I didn't like the fact that once Charlotte was taking over the animatronics, and they were out in town and whatnot, and they were going to people's houses, I'm like, why are they not calling the police?
They did, but where do you find the electronics afterwards? You can say, sure, a robot broke my house, but
But
it's gone. Where did it go to? They don't know. They're
what?
not.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have a Mike in them to show you that, and plus,
And how do you find Mike? But it's like early 2000s. There's no cell phones available for everyone, man. That's why you're using
early two
radios.
thousands. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's just in the early 2000s, like 2000 or at least 1999, I think.
Did they said
Oh
that?
yeah, oh yeah.
But even no, but even then, still, it would have been like, okay, like there's enough witnesses. We already seen it. Plus, Abby brought, like, once Charlotte was able to manipulate Abby into getting that code. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently, Vanessa and her father, and well, we'll get to the other person later, but like, because apparently there's a surprise. But Vanessa and her father had a failsafe, so basically the animatronics can't leave the premises of the place. But if you put the code in, they can walk freely. So Charlotte, who's hell bent on revenge because the parents didn't listen to her, she manipulates what's her name, Abby. Well, really, well, to be honest, she already knew the code. Well, not no, she didn't know the code. Vanessa knew the code. She kidnaps Vanessa. Vanessa tells her the code, and then she voices that to Abby, and Abby ends up, releasing the evil robots onto the street and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, she brought the robot to the science fair. That already kills the whole thing. Like, oh, that was
She's
just
talking
in their
about Toy
heads.
Chica.
Yes.
Voice of Megan Fox. I think she did a pretty good job. All
Yeah, I thought
things
Meg,
considered.
yeah, I thought Megan Fox was fine, but yeah, the Chica the robot, she
She
brings,
was.
or at least a brainwashed Chica because Charlotte was behind it.
Yeah, no,
But
that wasn't the real Chica. That was just that was a shark controlling her.
yeah,
She was
yeah,
marionette. She controls the puppets.
right. So, um, she
Wi-Fi.
yeah,
Bluetooth,
basically,
I guess.
basically she's like a cyber ghost, and she,
Ooh, nice one.
yeah, that's what she is, and she manipulates the Chica avatar, the Chica robot, to tell Abby to open up the code. Obviously, Chica can't type because she has bird hands, so she needs a human person to do it. So they do it. They're out in the wild, and people could actually see the robots. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just like, so this whole thing about, like, okay, like, you know,
I mean, we saw this too. We saw like the toy Freddy, and like they all thought he was winning just a really cool costume. That's like that
okay,
worked for
they
her.
okay
But
they
remember, during all this, a fast festival was happening right in the middle of all this, so they thought, oh, so cool. Someone was really
okay,
really cool costume.
they
It was
said,
Freddy.
okay, but
Cute
here,
and Bonnie.
but here's the thing: you could actually see the wiring. Like, so how could you think that that's a mask when you can literally
Come
see
on,
the
you've
wiring?
been to cons, man. You know how insane cosplayers can be.
Yeah, but you can literally see wiring coming from the neck. So how could you think it's a fake one? You know what I'm saying?
Cosplayers, man.
And it's okay.
Let me
Even
know
when
in the comments, you guys agree with me.
okay, because I don't know, because I feel like you see the wiring and stuff like that should already debunk that. Okay, like these guys are crazy, whatever. But okay, fine, whatever. Even if you want to say, okay, yeah, fine. They said okay, like that someone's in a costume and this, that, and the third. The fact of the matter is, there's a dead body. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wait,
because
and what?
yeah, because Chica ends up killing the brainwashed Chica. She ends up killing the professor.
Hey, but dude, they don't find it until after. Dude,
Yeah,
listen. Toy Chica killed that dick professor in a dark room that no one has access to. They'll find him eventually, but they won't find him like within a few
I'm
hours.
saying right now, if they say that if they try to make some excuse, that is ridiculous.
Oh, that'll be
Because
for the sequel. Don't worry.
yeah, if they try to make it seem like it was something else, then I'm really gonna say this movie, because it's like, no, you clearly saw the animatronic, or you clearly saw, like, animatronic, whatever, like that. You can't tell me that, oh, he just slipped and had an accident. The dude got his head crushed.
Literally, Toy
And who
Chica
else
has no
and who
mercy.
and who else would have the strength to do that? You know what I'm saying? But again, I felt like, you know, it was kind of just like, okay, like you guys don't see the wiring. But okay, even if you, like I said, even if you want to say that they thought it was a costume, I could not ignore what happened in the end with the whole, like, them coming into the houses, because I'm like, why aren't the police called, bro?
Again,
Police should have
okay,
been called.
okay. Say you're one of the people got crashed into. You call the police.
Yes.
Where are you sending the police to? They don't know what happened. They don't know Vanessa.
You have, okay, no. Well, first of all, Vanessa is a cop. That's another thing. She's a cop. She's a cop. Why didn't you inform the police? Or why did okay, even if you were afraid to say it, why didn't you tell Mike or somebody else to say it? Like, hey, yo, like, and help these people, cuz I didn't see no cops nowhere.
Again, where would they send them to? They don't know the deals. We know it's where the audience, but they don't know.
So Mike can't tell them where it is? They
Mike didn't call the police.
That's what I'm saying. If they
Even
had
if
called the police, they could have sent them to that place. They had to shut the whole shit down.
look, if want to make sense, every movie would be like 2 minutes long, man.
No, it's not. It's not even that. Like, you will still have a long movie. You still have the runtime. I'm just saying that you could have called the police to at least, like, cause let's be honest. Like, realistically, like, these things would get shut down. You know what I'm saying? I was willing to let things go and be like, okay, even though, like I said, it was like just stretching the line of believability for me, but when it got to, like, the ending with the robots going to the houses, I'm like, oh, nah, like, this can't be a rumor at this point. Like, matter of fact, f what happened to the teacher. Just the fact that they're in the house, you can't say it's a rumor no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I swear to God, if they don't like shut that shit down or whatever like that. I mean, oh no, they did say they were gonna demolish the place. So they did mention that. So they
Yep.
are, yeah. So okay. So I will give it credit with that. It's like, all right, well, clearly you see it now, whatever like that. So yeah, they need to demolish. They need to demolish that place. Should have been demolished years ago, if you ask me. After the first one, after, because that's definitely no accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's definitely, especially with the cooperating witnesses, they would have shut that shit down a while ago. But I said, okay, fine. I'm gonna let this shit pass, whatever. But it's just that ending where I was just like, there's no police around. That really bothered me. But I do feel like there were good jump scares.
Oh,
There were
definitely.
definitely good jump
If
scares.
Fnaf is good one thing, it's jump scares, man.
Yeah, and I thought to myself, like, okay, like, is it just the sound system? Because sometimes you watch it at home and it's not the same effect. But I honestly, um, I feel like the way they shot it, because there's some jump scares that's just like, okay, it's so predictable, whatever, like that, right? That you could see it a mile coming, and it's not that I didn't know that something was gonna happen, but it's the way they did it, where it was just like they would kind of do like fake outs,
Mm-hmm.
and then boom, something would happen. So I was like, okay, like, if I were to watch this at home, I would be kind of like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And just generally speaking, like, it was a lot creepier than the first one, like what they did with the marionette and everything like
Oh,
that.
that
Like,
was heavy scary, dude.
yeah,
But it was like in a good horror way, you know.
yeah, like I felt like a lot of inspiration was taken from, like,
Also, like to
like
and
the
again,
Exorcist and everything like that. Like, but with
Oh yeah.
animatronics and shit,
Yeah,
like
and I also feel like Megan was inspired this too, but animatronic versus animatronic.
nah, because I feel like Megan came around the same time the FNAF movie came out, and if you want to be technical, FNAF games have been out longer than the movie Megan.
You got me there, yeah. Well, what about Chucky too? Come on, because that's the all.
Exactly, Chucky's the originator of all this. So you
Yeah,
know what
but
I'm saying?
yeah, good point. Yeah.
So I feel like there's definitely inspiration there, but they use it to good effect. Like and like I said, I was surprised that this movie was PG-13 because I'm like I don't know they kind of pushed that rating to R low key.
Yeah, but here's what we love about this movie too. It went like not just double, but almost like quadruple the amount of animatronics. We got the toy animatronics.
Oh,
We got the weather animatronics. We got technically we got the fun time animatronics too, but they already mangled. So I guess sister location already happened off screen, and then we got the original ones
We
from
def
the first movie.
we definitely had an all star lineup with all the what you call animatronics and stuff. Matter of fact, they they actually like stop to actually like show you like oh this is this and this is that like they'll like how like when like in back in the day the TV show where they introduce a character in the beginning of the show and then their name comes up under it, right? Like I half expected their names to come up under it because the way they introduced them was kind of like a '90s sitcom. It was like oh here's this person, here's that person. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of funny, you know. The acting was still good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hands off to Matthew Linder. Is that his name?
Oh, Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Serge can't pronounce these names.
Oh man, there we go. That man is plays a
I
sociopath
mean,
so well. I think someone's
I mean,
called the
the
police on him.
dude is returning to what made him famous, a horror franchise. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's been there for a while. He's been Scooby
Screams,
Doo.
yeah. Oh no, he plays Shaggy.
Yeah. I mean,
Shaggy,
Scooby. Yeah.
Shaggy, Stu from Scream and everything. So he obviously knows great horror. And for a movie, for a video game movie and everything like that, like you wouldn't expect them to take it seriously like that, but they do, and I appreciate that. I think all the
Yeah,
performances.
we can never say he doesn't give it all his all because he gave it his all here, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for the little screen time that he had, he still brought gravitas to it. Josh Hutcherson, good, it was great in it. The little girl Abby, she was great.
Charlotte too, her actress.
Yeah, for Charlotte girl, she was actress like she was scary. Whoever that little actress girl is, you got a future ahead of you.
Yeah, and let's not forget last scene, the original animatronics. Uh, they're gone officially. Their spirits have passed on to their next life. So that means they can no longer control Will Maffin, now we known as Springtrap.
Well, then they,
Spoilers for like the future movie.
I mean, but then they say that in the first one.
No, it's just called the Yellow Rabbit.
The yellow. Oh, but
Yeah,
now that he died because of the okay.
yeah.
Oh, because he died within his own suit. Okay, that
Yeah,
makes
it's
sense.
basically his body's decaying in that suit. But now that the original ghosts from the first movie have passed on, they can no longer like contain Will Maffin. So he's gonna haunt his own corpse in a exosuit.
And there was one thing that I thought at first I was like, all right, well, this is so predictable, like, but the way they did it, I was like, okay, like I didn't see that coming, and that was Michael Afton.
Will Maffin's firstborn,
Yeah,
his son.
yeah. Apparently Vanessa, and I'm sure right now, I'm firmly on Mike, the other Mike, who is Abby's brother. I'm firmly on his side because Vanessa failed to mention that in the first movie. Look, I get it that you're trying to heal and everything, but it would have done you a good service to let us know that you had a serial killer brother out there that was helping you, and your dad, you know. And I thought at first, like, okay, like, because they do a good job at first, like, okay, yeah, okay, there's something off about him, so you're thinking, oh, he might be like the villain, but then when
He's everyone's the villain.
but then
He led an entire like ghost investigation grew to their death to bring back Charlotte.
but then they made it seem like okay, maybe he's not like the villain, but he knows what's going on, and it's just
Oh,
like okay,
he's definitely part of the whole thing, man.
But at first I thought okay, maybe he's just like okay, he knows what's going on, and like he can't like what you call it he's not like the mastermind behind this, but he he's a guy that has to keep the place like like running and shit while Charlotte is the one that tries to do her machination. So in a way, I figured that he was like he was still a villain, but I thought he was more like kind of like a henchman type shit. You know what I'm
But
saying?
see, in the games actually, Michael Afton, he actually plays the good guys. There's around the way she play him the first couple games,
Oh, so, yeah,
where
okay,
he
yeah,
tries to free the spirits of the animatronics. His dad killed the kids.
okay. So
So
they turn that on their head.
yeah, so he's evil here. And Charlotte in the game, Charlotte isn't evil per se, but she will attack anyone who's wearing the purple security guard suit, and he looks like his dad, so he would always attack Mike.
Yeah,
Mike Garden,
yeah, I thought like
Mike
again,
Garden.
I thought he was gonna be some like I thought he was gonna be like just some lowly henchman or whatever. But it well actually,
But I mean, Charlotte's like the big bad right
well,
now,
yeah,
right?
actually, well, to be fair, I mean, he was a henchman though, cause he, I mean, cause she was the one that, cause he can't, cause he was, cause he was controlling. I mean, okay, I know she couldn't leave the place, whatever, but she was still powerful, whatever, and uh, for some reason, I don't know, for some reason, she just didn't kill him, but like he clearly was in fear of her or whatever. Um,
Yeah, Charlotte. She was pissed. She got killed, and no one helped her. And in this world, you die feeling the last thing you felt. She felt rage.
but
No one
actually,
helped her.
but hold up, but then actually now I'm trying to think about it because I'm like, well, if he was in fear of her, then how was he able to get her to kill them? If she didn't like anything that had to do with the Aftons, like why didn't she just kill him too? Like now that she
No,
was
see,
free.
she's mad at parents. They was mad at Athens. She was mad at
Oh
parents.
right, they did
Yeah,
mention
again,
that.
these,
Yeah.
these rules are different from
Oh,
the
you know
movies we're
what?
getting
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, that makes sense as to why she
Yeah,
didn't kill
and
him.
also, so the movie ends with basically Charlotte taking over Vanessa, which that was a plot twist I didn't see coming.
Yeah, I didn't see that come either.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, okay. So
and the post
basically,
credit scenes, it's of we see that Henry and Emily,
yeah.
the daughter
Apparently,
of Charlotte, was again business partner with William Afton. I knew that from the
yeah.
games.
So yeah. So basically, like they still deepen the lore of the Afton family.
It's a huge thing.
I didn't see him being. I didn't catch the fact that he was. I was like, okay. Even though like you knew he was a villain or he was just weird, I didn't know that he would. I didn't see the fact that he was.
Oh,
The
Henry's not evil. He was tricked by William to give him like the robots to
no
fight
no
him.
no. I'm talking about Michael. Like I
Oh,
was
he
like,
was evil.
yeah, yeah,
You just saw
no,
him. He
no,
was
no.
evil.
You could
The
tell,
eyebrows
but
gave it away.
no, you could tell. Like that's the thing. I'm like, you could tell, but I didn't expect him to be. Which honestly, I'm like, I should have seen that, but like, I didn't expect him to be like the brother of, uh,
Vanessa.
yeah, because I was
Yeah,
like,
I didn't want to spoil that for you.
because you would think that she would mention that, but apparently they addressed that. Like she has a habit of having like selective memory type shit. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm
she's
saying?
probably has a traumatic childhood.
Yeah.
And here's a spoiler for the next movie. There is another brother.
What?
That's it. I'm gonna tell you. There is another brother.
So it's like,
Or there was another brother.
wait. So
I'm
hold
not
up.
telling anymore.
So this is a whole family business for real, for real. This is a goddamn, it's a murder ink over here for all my hip hop fans, if you know what that means. But yeah, no, this is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. But all in all, yeah, this movie, if I had to give it a rating, I give it a basic. It's enjoyable. I was gonna give it a higher basic, like closer premium, but I'm sorry that them last 30 minutes with the whole like the lack of police that really bothered me. So I had to peg
You
it
really
down.
gotta go, man. You seem very untouched angry about that.
No, it's not. No,
It
it's
ended
not.
actually with like animatronic versus animatronics. Like it was like the original group beating up all the rest.
I still enjoyed it, but I'm sorry, like you can't like, because at the end of the day, you're putting it in a real world setting, so there's things that I'm
Real,
gonna
it's about the ghost taking over animatronics.
no,
What
but
real world are you talking about?
what are you talking about? It's set in the real world, like it's a live action movie set in the real world. It's not like it's in a cartoon world or whatever or a video game world. So I expect certain things to happen, like it's just like okay, like where is the police presence, you know? But yeah, you know, I thought again the performances were still good. You know, people still were committed to the role and stuff like that. It's an interesting story. I just felt like the execution could have been a lot better, you know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't no 12%. I'm not gonna sit there and give it a 12% because I think that's a little too harsh.
Look, and as a huge fan of FNAF, as you can tell here, I will give it a high basic. Again, fun movie to watch. Story wise, some things were just predictable.
Yeah,
Honestly,
something were like
jump
again.
scares were fun, but again, if you saw it coming, you just saw it coming, no problem.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like you, it's not.
This was game was a movie for the fans of FNAF, and we like it, we love it. There's gonna be a third one we enjoy it more.
Yeah, like and like again, specifically with the jump scares, it's just like, yeah, you see them coming, but again, the way they shoot it in a way is it was still kind of like okay, like I know it's coming, but they build up the tension. You know what I'm saying? And then you're still scared. So I think that was really good. You know, it wasn't cheap. Where it's just like okay, like there's just no lead up, and I think that's important. I think a lot of horror movies they if you know when they do jump scares, there's no lead up, there's no tension. It's just oh here's a jump scare. It's like all right, that's lazy.
Yeah. Okay, before we head though, I'm gonna go over my Funko collection right here. This is not all of it for FNAF, but you know,
Yeah,
I just want to show you guys what I got.
he was nonstop educating me on who is that. Who even some of the other people in the crowd could hear them talk. Oh my god, that's that animatronic.
Because I love Bonnie. Bonnie's my favorite, like overall. Shadow Bonnie. I think we saw that glitch earlier in the game. That's a huge thing in the game. Oh, sorry. I don't know if it was Shadow Bunny or not, but that was fun. Like that's Shadow Bunny. Bonnie. Sorry. Okay, next. We saw Baby for like a couple seconds in the game. That's her name. She's Baby.
Is that the one?
Yeah, we saw in Vanessa's flashback. If you know, you know what happens. To
Oh,
Vanessa.
the one that was staring at Vanessa.
Yeah, she has a big appetite. Next, we got Mango. I love Mango, but the fact that we saw Mango means that sister location already happened. So I'm kind of bummed we're not going to see that, or maybe we will one day, but bummer. Mango's basically the final boss of that game. Where
But they made Charlotte the boss.
no, the sister location. See, because look, sister location involves these two.
Okay.
Funtime Foxy and Funtime Freddy, where they basically fuse with other Metronics to make Mango.
So I wonder who the well, I mean Charlotte. Well, Charlotte is still the villain, but I wonder who's gonna. Well, actually no, because you have fucking William. So
yeah, he's coming back. He always comes back.
Hold up, my fear is I hope they don't overcrowd the movie with too many villains.
I mean, this one was kind of overcrowded, but I feel like they killed him too.
Well, I mean, no, I think it was still I mean, because they had Michael, but the singular villain was still Charlotte because she was controlling all the other ones. That's different. But I'm talking about like, I hope they don't have like 3 different villains and
yeah. So 2 right now, like, or could end with like Charlotte versus William.
If
first victim versus serial killer.
If they write it well, then okay. But if they don't, that could be a problem.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna show my last pops.
All right.
Okay. Here is the marionette. Not the original. The original one's like worth $200.
Yeah, that apparently the original one comes out of the box.
No, like it literally comes like the base is like the gift box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very fun. I'm not spending $200 on it though. And of course, my all-time favorite animatronic of all time, a Bonnie, withered Bonnie. Look at that. The eyes, it's beautiful right there. Again, this is not the original Withered Bonnie pop because that was also worth like $250.
I'm gonna assume Bonnie's a girl, right?
No,
Bonnie's a dude.
Yeah, here, so you see Withered Bonnie. I love the scene of him being like going the cross space in the.
Yeah, no, he was scary.
So many references. Again, there was security office. You know, they used the Freddy mask.
As someone who didn't know the references, but I did like how they played out into the story.
Yeah, they called out the stupidness of not having a door, which I get. And of course,
well, he said, oh, what kind of idiot? He said, what kind of idiot built this place? I'm like, but you know who built this place? It's William.
Yeah, exactly, and Henry technically. And of course, I got one Funko surprise. Springtrap, boom, the main bad guy of the whole series who caused all this shit. William Afton is basically going to puppeteer his own corpse and animatronic. It's haunting when you think about it. Like, actually think about that. That's so gross and haunting.
Yeah.
It's just a simple one, not the glow in the dark.
So basically, would it see like a zombie version of him?
Yeah, basically.
Oh wow.
But his corpse is decaying in there.
Disgusting.
I mean, he had it coming.
I feel like at that point, they should just make it R. Make it R, bro. Because I feel like there's only so much you could do.
What's below R? Like what's like right there below R?
PG-13.
I think 14.
No, I think that's for TV. Like they have like that's for like TV rating.
Let's see. Okay, but so far, people are liking it.
Because there's only so much you could do with PG-13 before, and they again they're starting to get a lot darker. So it's like at some point, Blumhouse needs to be like, all right, let's just make it R.
Yeah. Again, though, fun movie. I had a blast. Just basic, honestly.
Yeah, it was.
There's a story.
It was still a fun movie, but I give it a basic. Like I said, definitely got a 12%, but it's not. It's still inferior to the first one. The first one was a premium, so. But yeah, let us know if you liked it, if you hated it, you know, if you're in between.
It raised money back and more, so it's definitely gonna be a sequel.
Yeah.
Hopefully in 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So by the time we're 30.
Yeah.
All right then. Don't forget
Shit,
to
I wonder
subscribe.
how many subscribers we'll get by then.
Yeah. We'll see y'all next time.
Help us get to 200, man.
We're getting there.